Everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode, we saw the start of civilization and, civilization. Today we're in the age of settlement, and we're going to be taking a look at the exploration. As you can see, this is all of the explored land, and we're going to be seeing more being explored, and some regions being fully explored. This being Iberia is being fully explored. And more parts of France have been explored. So yeah, we got that filled in. We see more up over here. And this is gonna start on the age of like settlements. I think I already said that like twice, but the the gold Iberians will be expanding into all of the Iberian region, letting no other country form. So they are the first country to take up a region. Well, there's two countries in this region, so technically no, not one country's in it. But now we're going to be taking a look at a new French country. This French country was going to be planned in the series, the older version of the series, but it never made it in, and I decided to change it with the Dutch, which I don't know. So there we go. We got this French country. I'm gonna add the capitals in the next episode. You'll see there. We see more expansion. Exploration. Oh, wrong color. More exploration, bro. More exploration going on over here in Turkey, as well as Cyprus being explored, and the Greeks taking it as for trading. The Greeks expand a little bit up north, looking a lot like the actual Greek Empire, like Greek Kingdom, whatever you want to call it. So they're going to be expanding like that. The Romans will be expanding down south, meeting up with the Albanians, and forming another border with them, which the Albanians are not happy about, as they already, have quite a bit of borders with them already. So they're going to be taking all of that land. More exploration is going into France, and they meet up with this little point right here. The French country is going to expand into France as the French country. Also, I'm about to talk about the languages real quick. Let me just do this. Now, languages. So we have a couple countries with some different languages. I'm about to talk about them. Let me just fix this. So here is one. We see so here are the countries that speak Spanish. We have the Romans and the Iberians, and the countries that speak Greek, which are the Albanians, Bulgarians, Greek, and the French. I don't know how this language was able to get influence all the way into here, but even though French, they come from Iberia, so. But now we're going to be taking a look at the discovery of Africa, which is probably the first of the continent being discovered besides Turkey, which can be controversial if it's a part of Europe or a part of Asia, but I think it's a part of Europe. I think it just looks better, so. This is about all of the continent that's going to be explored for now. We're not going to really get in depth about that. I'm not going to really get in depth with that. So yeah, that's all we're going to be exploring of Africa. You may see the Greeks. Let's just give the Greeks a little more exploration. Yeah, Greek is probably the most monarchist country in the entire world. Maybe Actually, they may be just behind the Iberians and the Romans. No other country is really that into gaining land. Albanians aren't really into that. They, after the Greeks formed, they kind of stopped them from doing that. They're going to expand a little here, and this is when they're going to stop expanding. Basically, the only continent they're going to be able to expand to is probably Africa. They are stronger than France and Bulgaria, but they're not stronger than Greek and Roman and stuff. But now we'll be taking a look at even more exploration as we see Moldova and little parts of Ukraine being explored. No countries decide to expand a lot, so now we're going to be taking a look at the first war. This war is going to be a civil war in France. France is a very unstable country. They are the most unstable country. So yeah, they're going to be having a little civil war. These different colors, just barely. So yeah, we're going to be having a civil war, and it's going to be pretty big. Actually, it's going to be maybe this big. And they're going to spread their influence, gain some army, and they're going to be trying to head down south into the border of Iberia, and maybe going a little over here into the Mediterranean and into the border of Rome. They also are trying to reach the tip of the border of this piece of land, and they're going to expand. We see absolutely no resistance of the French country, as they are just barely that strong. They are the weakest country in the world, behind Albania, Bulgaria. They are also the weakest in economy and trading and basically technology and everything. Technology is barely even that advanced. The most advanced country is probably Rome and Albania. Yeah, they are severely losing this war, and they surrender, and the new French country is formed. As we can see here, the French Republic has been formed. No longer a democracy, but now a full-on monarchist, an expansionist monarchist, and the king is very proud of their win, and they made a celebration. Now, this celebration almost caused his death, but we're not going to be taking a look at that later. Maybe in the next episode. That's not really too important. So that's going to be the first war of this episode. We're also going to see a little arguments over here in the Balkans between these three countries and who should be the ruler of all this land, which is kind of a dumb thing because I think literally Albanians are the second strongest country in this region, Greeks being the biggest because of their trading with Rome and this Cyprus and their other colony. They are also people also don't live in full-on civilizations. There are some tribes over here. So yeah. The Greeks are very angry on the Bulgarians as they thought they trusted them, even though they had a war in the freaking first episode, so it was kind of dumb. But we're going to be taking a look at our first alliance. I know it's very early for alliances, but not my problem. This is going to be the formation of a square alliance, and it's going to be between Rome and Spain. These countries probably have the best relations of any countries in the world. They also trade with each other as well as their kings were actually friends as kids. So, yeah, they're both loyal. Also, the year is the year 1000, maybe 6000. And technology is not very advanced. Probably the Spanish probably passed the Romans in technology, but this alliance is going to cause a lot of debate in this alliance should even exist. I'm just going to keep it like that. So, But now we're going to be taking a look at a new country. This is going to be some purple country actually a pink country over here in Turkey. They were kind of formed by the Bulgarians and Albanians. They were actually funded to form, so now they have their own government. So, yeah, that's normal. So now they have the amount of technology and government to form their own country. They are very independent. They're also democracy. They are not really a monarchist. They are not Spanish monarchist. We're going to see quite a bit of expansion. They are going to go all the way down into the Mediterranean Sea, gaining even more coast and access to new seas. This is going to really help them in expanding. And they're also going to take all of the rest of this land here in the western part. And we're not going to see much of exploration. So yeah, that's going to be really it. We see more exploration going into France as a French country, again, is very expansionist. That's weird. Well, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to watch the next one tomorrow. See y'all later.